Okay, here's the last unboxing for the day. Let's check out my videos. There's a couple other unboxings. One was for the Everlast Power Plasma 50 that I just got, and also for some cut-off wheels and discs from Rourke Supply. This right here is an air compressor, a 4.6 gallon air compressor made by California Air Tools. They're also known as GMC Air Tools. I don't know why they have the two different names. Haven't heard any negative reviews about this compressor, and I bought it for two reasons. Number one, it's extremely quiet from what they tell me and from the videos that I saw. This is an oilless air compressor, and anybody that has used an oilless air compressor knows those things are loud as hell. They'll piss your neighbors off, the whole works. And I plan on using this to operate an upholstery stapler that I have, that I will do a review on here shortly. It's made by Portal Cable to do some upholstery work. I also plan on trying to modify this to work with my Power Plasma 50. The specs on it are extremely high for this size of welder. This size of compressor. So, I'll explain all of that in just a minute once I get this thing out of its safe. I've got it in two boxes, which is kind of nice because it's, when you're dealing with a piece of equipment like this, you don't want UPS to damage it. So, there's the packaging. Let's get it out. So, I'm assuming these are air filters, but I'll let you know later. So here it is. Comes with two outlets on it, not like plug outlets, two air outlets. Again, it's 4.6 gallon. These are aluminum tanks. And what I found out, because I called the company to talk to them about what my plans were with this, and I plan on plumbing it into an auxiliary tank. Hopefully at least 20 gallons. And they let me know that they have this new ball valve that because you can't order this directly from the manufacturer, they told me that they drop ship for all of their dealers. So they said after I placed my order to contact them, and they would make sure to send me one with this new ball valve, which is nice because that's it. You drain all the water and drain your tank air pressure. So that's kind of a neat thing. A little bit flimsy, it's plastic, but whatever. I think it's better than the other types, the drains on them. I don't know what these usually had, but I've seen other air compressors that have that wing nut type thing, and I don't like it. Rubber feet. As far as the build quality, is what it is. I don't think it's like overly strong, but I don't think it's cheap either. This is all metal, it's not plastic. Here's your regulator right there. Tank pressure gauge, regulator gauge, so that's nice. You got both gauges on there. This is a 110 volt welder. You do need to have a dedicated line for this, or make sure nothing else is on your line. It's a 14 amp compressor. Sorry if I keep saying welder. I got that in my head right now. It draws 14 amps, but it's a 110 volt plug. So they have the same unit that they sell for a 220, but there's no difference in it whatsoever. The only reason they sell it as a 220 is because of the draw on this. With drawing 14 amps, you can pop breakers, so some people just opt to plug it into a 220. But outside of that, the specs are exact same thing. Pump, motor, everything's the same thing. If you look at the back, your air filters screw on here. I'm sure they weren't screwed in just for shipping purposes, because this makes the compressor longer. I'm just going to put them on there just kind of hand tight for now. I'm thinking that these hoses need to be face down, but I'm not sure. I got to look at the instructions. This is my first time dealing with this company and their compressors, so comes with a manual, which is a plus this day and age because not everything does. They expect you to download it. Here's something of concern. If you look right here, this, whatever the hell that is loose. See that? So that needs to be tightened up. Not sure what was going on with that. I'm a little concerned about this because I don't know what this is. It looks like something's supposed to go in there, but I'm not sure what. Looks like all the hoses are connected. You have your tank feed here. You got your pressure here. Your actual tank line here. This is just for the shut-off valve, those lines. This is your actual line coming from the motors or the pumps. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to read the instructions. If I see anything wrong with this, I will definitely let you guys know in a follow-up video. There's gonna be more follow-up videos with this, so subscribe, comment, like. The plan is to, like I said, connect it to an auxiliary tank. I'm gonna do actually some tests with it because I want to see how strong it is just in its current setup. They say that this thing can run non-stop for an hour while still being safe. You shouldn't push it that far, but it can. It's let me see the specs on it. I know the high end for the 90 psi, it's 5.3 CFM at 90 psi. I'm not sure what the 40 psi is off the top of my head. Actually, it says right here on the front of it. This is 2 horsepower, 4.6 gallon twin tank, 7 CFM at 40 psi, 5.3 CFM at 90 psi. My plasma cutter, their recommendation for minimum is well below this, but the recommendation is that I have a 20 gallon tank and that I have at least 5 CFM at 90 psi. So I'm going to try to see if this machine without an auxiliary tank will run my plasma cutter, even if it's running non-stop. If it does, then I'm going to do a build video showing you guys how to hook this up to an auxiliary tank to get yourself more pressure or more reserve space for your air. But I wanted to keep this small like this so I can bring it inside the house, take it down in my basement, and do upholstery work without having it extremely loud. I'm not going to plug this in right now just because I need to find out why that was loose and what's going on with this other stuff. And then hook up obviously the air filters. But there will be a follow-up showing you sound level and that stuff. So subscribe, comment, like. Talk to you guys later.